Hello students, my name is Nirbhay Jadhav and I am here to teach you physics. This lecture is for class 8 and we are going to cover the topic say explanation on exchange of state of on the basis of kinetic energy, and the second topic is explanation of evaporation on the basis of kinetic energy. So two topics we are going to discuss in this lecture from the topic matter. So let us begin with the lecture. So the first topic is the explanation of exchange of state on the basis of kinetic energy. So already we have studied the kinetic energy. On the basis of that, how the change of states takes place, that explanation I am going to cover. Okay. So basically what happens that we already discussed that molecules are continuously in motion about their mean position. Okay. So whenever you apply the external heat energy to say solid, what happens? Now the kinetic energy of that particle or say molecules have been increased. Now they will vibrate more vigorously. Okay. So initially they were already in motion, but after gaining the kinetic energy due to the when you have applied the heat energy, because of that kinetic energy has been increased. Now they are moving so vigorously. So they will collide with the neighboring particles. As a result, they will try to make a space. Okay, so this energy will transfer from one particle to another, and all the particles are going to vibrate vigorously, and they will try to make a space between each other. As a result, what will happen? The change of a state will take place. Say the solid will get converted into a liquid, and still if you keep on applying the heat energy, so finally it will get converted into a gas. So here is the thing is given in front of you, that as we go from solid to liquid and from liquid to gas, the kinetic energy of particles of matter goes on increasing. As well as we can also say the distance between the particles of matter also goes on increasing. So simply we can say when you are applying the heat energy to the solid, it gets converted into a liquid state, and we are applying still further applying heat energy to a liquid state, it gets converted into a gas form. Okay, so now let us understand the explanation of evaporation on the basis of kinetic energy. So what does it say? The first point is the temperature of a body is the average kinetic energy possessed by the molecules. Now why here it is given that average kinetic energy? Suppose assume one cube is there. When you apply the heat energy from the one side, so the particular side, when you are applying heat, the molecules, the vibration of that molecules will be more compared to the other side. Okay, so basically the kinetic energy where you have applied the heat energy will be more compared to the other side. So both the kinetic energies are different, right? Here wherever you have applied the energy, heat energy, kinetic energy is more, while on the other side the kinetic energy is less. So there is a difference in the kinetic energy of the molecules. So that is why we take the average kinetic energy, and that we called as the temperature. So that is the first point. Temperature of a body is nothing but the average kinetic energy possessed by the molecules. Second point is particles with higher kinetic energy will overcome the intermolecular force and will escape as gaseous particles. So when you are applying the heat energy, obviously the kinetic energy is going to increase. But if the kinetic energy has increased up to that extent level, that the force of attraction is not taking that much part. Now the attraction between the molecules is not that much. Okay, so what will happen? The force or say intermolecular force will go on decreasing as a result because of the increment in the intermolecular space, and the particles which were having the highest kinetic energy will leave the say liquid state in a form of a gas. So that is whenever the particles will have a highest kinetic energy, they will overcome the intermolecular force. The force of attraction in which two molecules were bounded, they will overcome that force and will escape as a gaseous particle. Evaporation, the third point is evaporation occurs at all temperature. In the boiling we have studied that at a constant temperature when that boiling start. So that is the difference between the evaporation and boiling. Boiling doesn't takes place at all the temperature, while the evaporation takes place at all the temperature. Boiling takes place at the particular temperature, and that is we studied boiling point, at a constant temperature which the boiling will start. Okay, so basically just keep in mind the difference between the boiling and evaporation, while evaporation will occur at all the temperatures. And the last point, the particles on the surface are more free to leave. This process is called evaporation. So obviously, say the water is there and the sun is there. So the heat energy will be absorbed from the sun and it will be absorbed by the surface particle, and they will overcome the intermolecular force and they will leave or say escape in a form of a gaseous state. So the surface, the molecules or say particles which are present on the surface are more free to leave compared to the molecules which are present inside the liquid. Say look at this example. The evaporation, the particles which are escaping from the liquid, they were present on the surface of a liquid. So that is the evaporation. While in the boiling, these particles get a heat energy from the entire, or say in boiling the entire liquid or say entire particles will get heat energy, while in the evaporation only the surface particles are getting the energy. As a result, they will overcome the intermolecular force or say force of attraction and they will escape. Some examples of evaporation. So here now we are going to discuss the few examples which we are observing in our daily life. For say a hot tea. Whenever someone serves you very hot tea, you wait until it gets cooled down. Then how it cools down? Look at this vapor coming out. So this vapor is coming out from the surface of a tea. So whenever this vapor is coming out, what does it do? It takes the heat energy from the tea and it escape from the tea in a form of a gases. As a result, your tea gets cooled down. Okay, so you can consider one more example, a drying of a clothes. So whenever you keep your wet clothes in a sunny day, so what happens? It absorbs the heat energy. Obviously the molecules of a liquid will be present in your cloth because it is a wet cloth, right? So the molecules or particles will absorb the heat energy from the sun and it will get converted into a gas and it will escape. As a result, finally your clothes will get dry. Another one more example, that is a sweating or say perspiration. So in sweating also, when our body glands, it means see this sweat gland is there. Okay, whenever this water will come out, and these water droplets which are present on the skin of our body, it will evaporate and it will take the heat energy from our body and leave our body in a form of a gas state. So as a result, whenever this water vapor present on the body will get evaporates, as a result will feel like it will give us a cooling sensation. Okay, let us take one more example related to this, that is a mopping. When you do a mopping on the ground or say on the floor, what happens? One layer of a wet layer will be there on the floor, and what happens in this case also, the wet molecules or the molecules which are present on the layer, it will absorb the heat energy. Okay, and it will take that heat energy and convert into the vapor state and it will escape. As a result, your floor becomes dry. Let us consider one more example related to this, that is a drying up your hair. So whenever your hair is wet, you use a dryer. Okay, so when you are drying it, what happens? The heat energy or say the heat from your body, it will take it or say it will absorb it and it will convert it into a gaseous form and it will escape. As a result, you will feel a cooling sensation in your body. So these were the few examples I hope you have understood this chapter, and this was the last topic of the chapter, and I think it was not that much tough. That explanation of the evaporation you have already experienced in your life. So still, if you have any doubt, just be free to comment in the comment box. Thank you.